Dibbles? J-Dog back to answer some more goddamn questions. 0 paid Scaroonies again today, which again is fucking horse shit. But we got some goddamn printed off order goddamn questions that come in the last couple days. So this one yesterday, I think, and then a few today. Should make up for a full vid. If not, we'll just pull up the next goddamn video line where we left off 3 weeks ago. This one's from Michael Hedrick again. He's asked multiple questions, order questions, paid skis, etc. So I'm sure you all recognize him, the regular watchers. He puts, "Hey dog, hope you're having a Christian-free day. Christian-free every goddamn day over here, brah. Don't need that POS anywhere goddamn near me. Don't need nothing he's got." One of the lines that always stuck with me from Serpents of the Light album is "Believe a lie of a God you'll never know." It's a good one, brah, from the song Believe a Lie. Banger. What are some of your favorite GB lyrics or quotes? Oh, fuck me dead, brah. GB's got so many classics, I could go on for goddamn days. Here's "Hang the bitch on the cross. My life is not religion, salvation, or his bastard son. No Lord shall stand before myself. Died for me. Well, that's too bad, I don't believe." Also from Serpents. "Slave to the cross, the aggressor has killed more people than cancer." That's a goddamn true goddamn statement there. Ran out of goddamn fingers. "Ram your religion so far up your ass till it becomes just a thing of the past." One of my all-time faves, "Christ is a scheme and will ruin your life." "Heard that I found Jesus. When I do, he's dead." "Do not assume what you don't really know. Christ and religion are only for show." "I hate you more than any word can describe. Wish you were dead. Will live till you die." "Raise our glass to blasphemy and piss upon the altar." "Mad at God and mad at you for believing something that cannot be true." "You're the son, choke on his blood." I mean, dude, he's got bangers for days. See if you goddamn put the goddamn comments. Fucking quote all those. See if you can goddamn which song it was from, if you goddamn know him. So I mean, yeah, he's got fucking tons, dude. Best goddamn lyric writer ever. Goddamn, it's my goddamn book to me. If it's not, who is it, dude? Like realistically, is it? It's not. Even bands I like Vader or something, they don't have cool lyrics. Like half the shit you put it on, like say something off Litany or something, which now I fucking love. What's half the shit even about the lyrics? I mean, like take a song like Wings or so. I mean, I can make a couple guesses as to what he's referring to, but realistically, what is the actual song even the fuck about? And there's even better examples than that. Again, some bands I like I'm trying to get a really good example of who's somebody like I said, just not to be unbiased. Who's a band that I like? Where you're like, dude, I have no idea what the fuck this shit's even about lyric wise. Kind of in a sense. I mean, similar to Vader Camp. Some of the Monstrosity albums, like some of the lyrics on Millennium and Imperial Doom's pretty straightforward, but I mean Millennium and in Dark Purity. I mean, some of them like a song like Shapeless Domination. It's great. I mean, just the title. Look, what is this about? I mean, I guess I can kind of make an educated guess, but it's just, I just like the lyrics I like, dude, for metal is I always like the straightforward, simplistic. A 10-year-old can understand. It comes off as slightly childish, but just cool and offensive because it's looked at as childish to the fucking the grown ups. I go to church on Sunday. I got my 9 to 5 job that I wear my suit and tie to. Me and Grandma, we go and get breakfast at Bob Evans after church. I got the house, the wife, the 3 kids, the dogs, the cats, the white picket fence, just the typical everyday, I guess, just American dream, which they don't sound like a dream to me for the most part. Just professional, just that's what you're supposed to do. watch your news. What's the expected weather say? Just everything that just makes me want to barf about society. That just like that's what everybody does, and you're expected to do, I guess. That's what they're all into. Then we watch football in the evenings on Sunday. How's that Ohio State doing? Because they look at shit like Deicide and Cannibal and shit. Oh my god, that's childish, and that's why honestly, even like a band like Abigail from Japan, which again they're hit or miss for me on the stuff I like. Their their lyrics are fucking funny. They're cheesy and they're childish, but dick is fucking big, pussy is fucking tight. Yeah, it's funny. It's like, and it can be deemed childish, but it's just like, for example, imagine your goddamn your grandma reading that. It's just fucking funny. That's the kind of shit I liked. I don't know, like metal was supposed to be ran by fucking just young blood in a sense, and just energy and oomph and testosterone and aggression and just a bunch of fucking goddamn, heathens and knuckleheads and, slack jawed fucking just disrespectful ass motherfuckers, right? So that's kind of what it represents. This whole super technical, and you got to get out the goddamn English dictionary and just, you're like, yeah, we're super philosophical. Yeah, we sing about philosophy and just some of that I like a little bit to a degree, but I mean, it's kind of fucking lame for me. That's for me. I don't know. Maybe because I'm like this, creature of habit. Biggest creature of habit probably ever meet as far as I'm set in my ways. Pretty much like the same goddamn shit since I was a goddamn teenager. So when I get into something, my ass ain't getting out. It's kind of the way it is. So it could be that syndrome too, but I don't know. I mean, it's fuck I like, goddamn it. You know what I mean? I mean, you don't need a goddamn dictionary or fucking interpreter for Slayer Show No Mercy. We've already been over this. That's the greatest goddamn metal record ever written. So that should tell you fucking something. I don't need dumb shit. What do you say? What do you think of guys in bands or otherwise wearing black nail polish? They can do what the fuck they want. I don't really care. I don't like it. Can you share the recipe for asshole casserole with the Devils? I don't know. Ask goddamn Dylan. That was his other band, Outside Cemetery Lost, the goddamn grindcore band, which is pretty goddamn good. I must fucking say so. I'm drawing a goddamn blank what it's fucking called. Brutal Truth Extreme Conditions is a death grind masterpiece, and I hate Green Day. Real proud of you, brah. Camden Moore. Order question. So I was at the airport and I saw a little girl, 7 or 8 years old, with her grandparents. How do you know it was her grandparents? Goddamn it. Maybe it was her goddamn aunt and uncle. Wearing a Cannibal Corpse T-shirt, and I never thought I would see the day where I would see. So, what do you think of the CC fan base nowadays? I think they're so damn annoying. Yeah, I did pre-read that, and I actually when I was reading, I was like, oh man, this is kind of a good one, and kind of a strange that he would say that because, like, are you breaking it down in a realistic world, man? I think it's kind of cool. What part of I'm looking at it from a completely different view that you are. What do I think is cool about it? Not that the fact that they got a CC shirt on. I'm looking at the fact whether it's his grandparents, his parents, his fucking goddamn who knows? Maybe it's whatever. Those fucking adopted parents, whatever. Because I'm assuming you're looking at them because you're goddamn old. But whatever they are, that they're there with these little kid and they're not censoring it. They're like, Jessica's got to grow the fuck up. I'm a fan of the CC. The CC stays on. I'm not putting something on because she's in the goddamn room. That's my mentality, dude. I don't give a motherfucking shit if it's Waco Jesus. Put that shit on, brah. I don't care who the fuck's around. I don't care a shit if their goddamn just came out of that goddamn vagina out of mama. No censorship is what I'm getting at. You're looking at it as in a sense of, oh man, these normies are wearing a Cannibal Corpse shirt. Let me ask you this, dude. What if that was me and I was wearing a Cannibal shirt and I was with my niece and nephew? There's times it's like that. Would you be thinking this deplorable fan base? They're normal people too. So I wear that shit all the time and I'm with kids. It's just, well, I really don't. I don't think it's fucking bring it up. I don't need some goddamn weirdo fucking pedophile looking at shit. Yeah, no kidding. I don't bring up my nieces and shit like that. I don't need some fucking weirdo on this goddamn channel knowing what they look like. Of course, I'm not going to fucking talk about them or show that shit. So there's times I'm with her and could be wearing a TISH shirt, could be wearing a Centurion, could be wearing a goddamn Nunslaughter. That's what I'm into. So, and I'm not going to censor it. So you're looking at it as their normies. Maybe they're the most metal motherfuckers in the world. That's their kids. That's their grandkids. How are you taking out of context that it's just some random normies? Like, see that? They're wearing a Cannibal shirt. They don't know goddamn Necrovore demos. Maybe they own them. They're old enough. Who knows? Maybe they have the original demo tape. How do you know they don't? What would be a fucking annoying is if you saw them at previous times, the next day they're wearing goddamn Limp Bizkit, and yes, they think Cannibal is the heaviest thing ever. They think that's the most underground thing ever, and that's even debatable if Cannibal is underground. Granted, by the fucking, if you take the Athnar response, barely anybody knows who Metallica is. Well, if that's the case in Walmart, well, then damn sure barely anybody's going to know who the fuck Cannibal is if that's the case. By that criteria, Cannibal would be underground as fuck. By my goddamn criteria, and I'm sure most of you guys watching, I don't consider Cannibal an underground band at all. I don't consider them a mainstream band. I consider them a popular death metal band, the most popular death metal band. You know, and a band that can live off their money. But do I consider that mainstream? When I think of mainstream, I'm thinking Metallica, Megadeth, Tool, Slipknot, Britney Spears, Garth Brooks, Tupac. I mean, that's what I consider mainstream music. Shit like that. So Guns N' Roses, that's mainstream. So no, I don't think Cannibal's mainstream, but yes, at the same time, you're not underground either. So I think your eyeballs read in a completely different context than me, Brotown. So I don't know. That's some good t-shirt wearing right there, I must say, at that airport. Tyler Nickel. Question. Hey J Dog, how would you rate Morbid Angel's Gateways? Personally, it's my favorite Morbid Angel release and favorite lineup. Yikes and God fucking Zooks. So how would I rate it? I mean, I can tell you this right goddamn now. Somebody wants to take bets. I'd bet, nothing crazy. I'd bet $100 that you're 25 years old or younger. I can't. There's no way a 40-year-old or older is making a statement like that. And the only fucking way they would is they're a complete newbie. They are so fucking late to the game. They got into this at age 38 or something. They got in this the last couple of years, late in their 30s. They were listening to dumbass radio shit, listening to goddamn dumb fucking talk radio and Rover's Morning Glory. Finally saw the goddamn light, heard some real goddamn fucking metal, and they got into it. And so they're much fucking later to the game, and they think Gateways to Annihilation is the best Morbid Angel album. That's the only fucking way. Outside that, you're young as fuck. Where would I rank it? I mean, see, that to me is insane. You think that's better than Abominations or Altars of Madness? That is like that's crazy talk right there, brah. I'll tell you where I rank it. I think it's the worst pretty good album that they have because Domination, I like it better than Domination, but Domination is, I almost could just say I don't like that album. I don't hate it, but the Gateways is better. Formula's Fatal Flesh is definitely better. Formulas is I would say the last record by Morbid Angel that I actually like. I didn't like that last fucking track though. That's 12 minutes around and just a bunch of bullshit. The blasts on that are fucking insane. I think that's got some of the most insane fucking fast blasts in all goddamn death metal without sounding fucking silly and stupid. So yeah, Formulas is the last one that I like. Like you say, like Own and Gateways. Every time I put it out, I kind of like it, then get kind of fucking bored. Covenants in there. Then Bless Our Sick. Then Abominations and Altars at the top. So it's at the goddamn bottom, but is it better than Heretic? Yeah, but I think Heretic sucks. And then the Illude fucking Lilude fucking Killer Cop fucking Crossing Lines 1985 Marilyn Manson sounding album. I don't even count that. That's just complete fucking canoe ass garbage. And then the shit afterwards, I didn't even care to listen to. Like Morbid Angel doing a new album next year. We won't even listen to it. Don't even care. That's where it goddamn stands. So yeah, I don't think it's the goddamn best album. Saw him on that goddamn tour though. But I don't think it blows chunks either. And yes, I do think it's better than goddamn Sanguizio Nutsack. From John Mitchell. Hi, J Dog, long time viewer, first time order. First time order, goddammit, huh? Make sure they keep on coming in. So your very first order you put in, you asked the goddamn channel question, and it's getting answered. How about that, homeboy? Want to ask you about death versus black metal. I've been into death metal since the late 90s. Been in death metal since the late 90s, bro. And you just put in your first goddamn Hell's order? Where the fuck you been? But it took me quite a long time to finally get into black metal. As Glenn Benton used to say, most black metal vocals to me sounded like a cat in a blender. But then Glenn Benton a few years back, no offense to GB, again, GB's the fucking greatest. GB's got the fucking manliest of man, best lyrics, death metal legend. Better get that goddamn interview in Milwaukee. But when it comes to underground metal and extreme music, I'm not taking his opinion too seriously because realistically, what death metal does he like? When I say what death metal does he like, what does he own? What does he listen to this day that are not his buddies? Not, yeah, we played with Frozen Soul. Those guys are pretty good. You were friends with them. Yeah, Christian, what do you think of them? Yeah, those guys, they're good guys. I'm sure that'd be his response. Like, but you don't own Conqueror's Armageddon. You're listening to it. So that you're not a fan of the music. Yes, I know bands too that are in the underground where I'm like, yeah, they're cool guys, but I don't listen to their band. Like who, dog? I don't mind saying it, but I can't think of someone. A Portal. There you go. I think they're really cool guys. But do I listen to Portal ever or only anything by Portal? No. I think it's boring. But do I like the guys? Yes. So there you go. Because I know you guys love fucking people thrown under the bus. Uh, but that's how it's stated. Somebody says, "Do you like Portal?" That's what I clarify it. Like the guys, but I don't like the music. Does nothing for me. I think it's boring. There's local bands here too that like local Cleveland bands over the years that I think who I like the guys, but I was like, music doesn't really do anything for me. So I mean, he's saying that about black metal, but it's like, what death metal? Do you honestly think Glenn's listened to any Cannibal Corpse since the time? Yes, he's heard them. He's done backing vocals on the first two albums. He knows the guys. He's buds with the guys. But when do you think? We'll put it this way. Forget what do you think? Do you think Glenn Benton owns a copy of Tomb of the Mutilated? I specifically say Tomb of the Mutilated because he doesn't do backing vocals on that. He might own the first two. Well, number one, they were given to him. He damn sure didn't buy them because he did backing vocals on them. Maybe he kept a copy, a hard copy. I wouldn't even be to be honest, I wouldn't even expect him to own those. But if he did, it's because he does vocals on them. To the Relay doesn't do them. Do you think he even owns that? I'd bet money he probably doesn't. And if he does, it's because he's friends with Chris and Chris gave him one. So let's just say the category that he does own then. When the fuck do you think's the last time he's sitting around having a beer at home and he put on To the Relay? I bet you he's never done that in the years 2000s. Year 2000 to 2024, 24 years, he has not done that once. I would literally bet money on that. So he doesn't really like, so he's kind of saying he doesn't like black metal or the vocals, but he doesn't like death metal either. So again, that's not me talking shit. That's by his own account. He says it. He says in the last couple of interviews, I don't even care about this shit. I like Rush and fucking, what else he said? He said he liked Rush. So, but then GB a few years back said in an interview, Immortal was good band he liked, so I started with them and I have all their releases now. Again, I guarantee you, Immortal. When was the last time he spawned Immortal in his house? Sitting down, cracking open a fucking beer, kicking the feet up, listening to Immortal. I would almost be willing to bet money he's never done that in his entire life. What I can tell you what it is they played with Immortal. They either toured with them or they went overseas. They played a fest with them. He met them. He thought they were cool guys. And then he's like, oh man, let's see what these homeboys are about. Heard about them. I remember them being talked about in Norway. Shit, these are some cool homies. Let me actually watch them play. And he thought they sounded pretty good. And he already had a biased fucking view of them because he thought the guys themselves were cool, which does slightly change your opinion before you go into the music. You're like, all right, let me get. You're going in there with a more positive mindset to listen to them. He's probably like, yeah, this is pretty good stuff. I could see why someone like it. He's not an Immortal fan though, dude. I could be wrong on that. Hell, maybe I'll ask him. I have heard my buddy Dan Murrow told me that he said Glenn says. I'm like, I never heard him say that, but I'm not saying he didn't. I just never heard this. He says that Glenn claims to be a Cradle of Filth fan. I find that extremely fucking hard to believe, but I am going to ask him that in a goddamn interview. You're legitimately a Cradle of Filth fan? Number one, I never would expect that in like 10 million fucking years. And number two, like, are you, again, let me classify. Are you a fan or you think Danny Filth's a cool goddamn guy and a cool goddamn business goddamn partner to it? Because I can guarantee you Danny's not a fucking knob either, which most people in the metal scene are. There's a reason that guy's successful, dude. Part of you guys think it's all trends and shit like that. There is trends and it's what's talked about on social media, and nobody thinks to themselves. There's a huge part of that, which we've already been over. But part of it is they're not fucking knobs either. None of the guys in Cannibal are fucking knobs. And the guy that was a fucking knob got kicked to the curb, a.k.a. fucking Barnes, although how much of a knob can that guy be? He started 2 successful bands. But Pat O'Brien, look at him. He fucks up, gets meth out of his skull, and chases a cop with a machete. What happens? They kick him to the curb. I don't blame him. I would too. This guy's a fucking idiot. They get rid of him. Danny Filth is not a knob. Guarantees not. Never met. Well, actually, I have met him. I don't know if it counts. I mean, met him. Got my photo with him. Got my shit signed. It was in 2000. It's 24 fucking years ago. But he's successful for the other reason that he is not a fucking knob. Garen fucking Teed, he's not. A lot of the guys in the true shit, the stuff I like, complete fucking knobs. Pretty what the fuck do you have to say? Other than the vocal difference, do you think it's easier for us Americans to get into death metal since it was born here, and easier for Europeans to get into black metal since it was born there? First off, that's a debatable fucking line in the both. I know there are good American black metal bands and classic European death metal bands, but it's something I have asked myself. Your opinion? Again, was black metal born there? I guess you could say that with Bathory. Bathory is the first black metal sounding album. It's not Venom. Venom created the name. But what's considered black metal music by today's standards sounds nothing like Venom. Does sound like Bathory though. But before all the shit that you're referring to, because I guarantee you're thinking Norway and shit, we had black metal pretty much just as early, kind of coming to U.S. Again, citing back. Think of it, Satanist ripping Evil Demo. That's fucking black metal. Profanatica was very early on. They were close in goddamn time frame, dude. Like the U.S. black metal scene. It wasn't years later. Like yeah, well, Mayhem. They again the pure fucking Armageddon demo. I don't even count that because yes, that's 87. I believe it's 86 or 87. I think it's 87. Whichever year. Does it? Nobody's listening to that fucking turd. You literally can't even hear the vocals, so that's indistinguishable. That's just literally a thing of noise. Like just take that tape and throw it in the garbage. You're not Cavalt. You're not cool. It's just fucking garbage. Death Crush was 87 then. Okay, so the year before goddamn Satanist, basically. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like it's like they came out and you had Death Crush and then fucking, dude, the US, they didn't have any black metal till fucking 96. No. It was right around the same goddamn time frame. So I don't know if they either one started it at all. Again, the exception of fucking Bathory. No, I don't think that at all, man. As a matter of fact, I mean, realistically, is death metal more popular here in the US? Damien Borgir and Cradle of Filth, that's pretty goddamn popular. And yes, that's black metal. Dumb dumbs. You can argue it's the girl black metal. You can argue it's the commercial black metal. Cannibal Corpse, the commercial death metal. Deicide's the commercial death metal by that fucking standards. But again, the early albums minimally, that is black metal. You can think it sucks. You can think your Vlad Tepes is better. That's fine, but it's still fucking black metal genre music, dummy. Anyone saying us, dude, you're a 40-year-old virgin that has too much fucking time on your hands. You're living in mama's fucking basement. And you're trying to out-Cavalt the next guy. I'm sorry to tell you, yes, fucking Cradle of Filth and Dame Burger, especially the early albums, is black metal. You're allowed to not like it. You're allowed to think, man, only fucking wimps and girls like that. You're allowed to think that, but to say it's not, okay, say it's not black metal. What the fuck is it then? Just again, I rip on Pantera all the time. They are a metal band, just they're not heavy in comparison to what's out there, and it's a commercial metal band. That's it. That's all I'm saying. But are they metal? Yes. So by that standard, US, I mean, realistically, who's more popular in the US, Cradle of Filth or Cannibal Corpse? You know what's funny? I don't know by today's standards, but I can tell you for a fact, and yes, this is a fact, Cradle of Filth in the late 90s and early 2000s was more popular than Cannibal Corpse one. How do you know that, dog? Dude, because I actually had kids in my high school and shit running around with Cradle of Filth shirts, not by the handfuls. There's probably only 3 or 4 of them. 0 had Cannibal Corpse other than me. And I was at both shows. Cradle of Filth had more fucking people there. Both times. In the especially on Midian. Midian, they played in the goddamn Agora theater. Cannibal at that point never played the theater. It was always in the ballroom. The first time I saw Cradle as well, it was in 99, I think. And it was in the ballroom, where that was the first time I saw Cannibal, and the Agora was in the ballroom as well. They were both packed, and I think the Cradle of Filth was more packed. Dame Borgir too, packed to the fucking gills. Although I would say Cannibal was probably a pinch more popular than Dame at that time. Cradle of Filth was definitely more popular than Dame. I think Dame might have surpassed him. I don't know that for sure, but it is possible. At that time, yeah, the Cradle of Filth was definitely more popular than Morbid Angel, Deicide, Cannibal Corpse, for sure. There is a possibility now, though, in the last 15 years or so, that Cannibal surpassed them. I don't know the stats on that. I wouldn't be surprised if they have, because I do get the vibe that Cradle of Filth, they kind of fell off. People are like, Jesus, fuck, some of that shit, like, They kind of fell off. Like they lost popularity, and Cannibal seemed to get more popular. So don't come over here saying anything fucking stupid. I'm aware of it. I'm just telling you. Back in the Dogs' day, teenage years, excited as fuck years, Dogs' first years of seeing these bands, they were more popular. I'm in the U.S., so I know Cradle of Filth's at least still popular. David Borger's damn sure still fucking popular. Hell sells a lot of goddamn black metal in the U.S. I don't know which is more death metal, so it's debatable which is more. As far as why, who the fuck knows, man? People like what they like, and most of it's just goddamn posers following what their buds like anyway. So realistically, is one more popular than the other? I think as a whole, if you add it all up, I think black metal is more popular worldwide than death metal is. Could be wrong on that. What do you guys think? It's just Europe and shit like that, Scandinavia and Finland. I get the vibe that those bands are fucking booming over there. Even a band like Satanic Warmaster, I could be wrong. Never seen him over there. Sea Dog did, but he doesn't give me the stats. That guy don't tell me shit. I get the vibe that it's a fucking full ass Cannibal Corpse fucking show over there. So I get, yeah, I'm under the impression that black metal's pretty fucking. I'm not saying that death metal's not popular at all over there. I just get the vibe outside the U.S. Yes, black metal is kind of fucking huge in general. Granted, the popular bands are still kind of huge here too. So as a whole, worldwide, fuck just the states and the separation. There's all that other dumb shit. That's just all politics, anyways, and higher powers wanting to control shit and division. That's all that crap is. We're all under one goddamn globe. That's the way I see it. So don't really give a fuck about all this division crap. That's just this. I'm not even gonna get on that. That's for goddamn confusion in this goddamn circus act for us all to be fighting against each other. It's literally what the fuck it is. I go by on the planet. Who's the most fucking popular? In my opinion, I mean, I could be wrong. Not saying this is fact. I'm just saying from what I've seen, and I see some stats, motherfucker. Got fucking over 24 fucking years on this goddamn bullet belt, so it's a reasonable opinion. It's not law though. It's not in stone. I think black metal is probably more popular as a whole. That's my personal fucking take. So, and that's fine. I don't care either way. If it's death metal, then I stand corrected, and quite frankly, don't give a shit regardless. Comes with the God boss. Can answer by the morning. Later, goddamn it.